I'm so sorry, y'all. This whole time I'm thinking that my mic was on. I don't know what happened. That literally, that's crazy. I don't know if y'all can hear me. The whole time my mic was off. That's crazy. The devil is lying. The devil is lying. This whole time. Mm-mm-mm. It was on when I started. It was on when I started. Wow. Therefore, with joy shall ye draw water out of the wells of salvation, and in that day shall ye pass. Praise the Lord. Call upon his name. Declare his doings among the people. Make mention that his name is exalted. Great glory. Hallelujah. Sing unto the Lord, for he hath done excellent things. This is known in all the earth. Cry out and shout, thou inhabitant of Zion, for great is the Holy One of Israel in the midst of thee. Chapter 13. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amoz did see. Lift ye up the banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones, for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of the multitude and in the mountains, like as of a great people or many people, the tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. Yes, it is. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty, as it is now. There was a 6.6 earthquake in Chile. Yeah, there's been things going on right now. The great power of the Most High is raining down. Therefore shall all hands be faint or fall limp, and every man's heart shall melt. And that's what's happening now. All that hardness and um, you know, the backhandedness and blasphemy and vanity, uh, in in the name of in speaking in vanity against the Most High. Those are people are now realizing that that was a bad decision. That was a bad thing to do. That was a bad idea. And now people are really running into the reality of what happens when you disrespect God. We are in spiritual court right now. Whether you, with your actions, with your words, or your thoughts, if you speak the Lord's name in vain, if you curse and get blasphemous towards the almighty power of the world that we're living in right now, please believe you are going to feel that wrath. It's going to be built to ass. And you're going to see that any and everything that you were doing wrong will be seen. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the hand desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened, and his going forth, and the moon shall not cause their light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And that's the thing, you can't be worrying about what others are doing. You can't. You can't be mad about what somebody's doing over there. Well, they're doing that over there. And something like, no, you stay and you focus on doing the work you got to do to show thyself approved. Are you a better person? Have you been a good person? You can't worry about if somebody else over there has been doing good or being good. Have you been doing what you're supposed to be doing? He will punish the world for their evil and their wicked and their iniquities. Because they've been over there arrogant, they've been over there big headed and stuff like that, and thinking that, oh, I can't do no wrong. Oh, ain't nobody coming to touch me, ain't nobody coming to mess with me or touch me. I'm invincible. I got a God complex. Can't nobody mess with me. And that's where the proud and the arrogance, whosoever is not humble shall stumble. Pride cometh before the fall. Pride is the easiest and it's the first sin. It's the easiest to be susceptible to. It's the easiest to fortify. It's the easiest to fortify all of the other ones because you're going to justify because of whatever proud stance you have behind it. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold or rare, even a man with the golden wedge of Ophir. And that's what's happening now. You're seeing the men and the women, you've seen the men and the women who have been pure at heart and good at heart. I try to be as best as I possibly can. And I know that the Most High sees the meditation of my heart, even the people down here that don't see all of the little things that you may have done out of your way to help people out and look out. When they don't see it, it's not up for you to question or hypothesize and theorize and be in critical thinking mode of, well, why wasn't this person good when I was good to them? Then that becomes envy. As long as you know that you have done righteous in your actions, your words, and your thoughts, and you are walking upright and clean, you will be fine. That's a start. That's the first brick to building your foundation is humility. I have been rejected. I have been forgotten. I've been broken down. I've been hurt. I've been stabbed literally in my leg, in the back, figuratively, subliminally. When this wicked world is casting so much wickedness your way, it is up to you to not allow those shadows to dim or darken the light that the Most High has in your soul. You're supposed to keep shining pure and bright, no haze, no neon colors, no extra substitutions behind it. You just stick in that purity, and that light will guide you. Great glory. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep with no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined or captured unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled or plundered, and their wives ravished. That's what's happening right now. You're seeing many people's houses get wrecked right now. I'm seeing single parent homes more. I'm seeing people really struggling. They can't make ends meet. Went to school, got all the degrees, not even using them, got $100,000, $200,000 in debt. I'm seeing people's pensions that are completely gone. I'm seeing people's retirement money that is gone, that they're dipping into it in the reserves and having to work at Walmart and miserable. I walk around and I notice everything to see everything myself. And it's interesting because I'm seeing it and all I can do is observe and report. But for the arrogant and the prideful to see with their own eyes, like, whoa, that's what that moment that we're living in right now, that the Most High wanted people to see on their own. And he didn't want to have to sit there and he wanted you to pass that test on your own. He wanted to see if you were able to swim in that deep on your own. See if you can walk alone. See if you can be able to stand on your own and take accountability for your own, for all of your actions, all of your words, all of your thoughts. He wanted to see. And now we're at the point now when, okay, now you got to turn your test in. Oh, you didn't, yeah. Oh, you failed this, you failed that, you failed that. And people don't want to accept their failures. They're delusional now, saying that, oh, I didn't fail. I don't know what you're talking about. God is lying. Oh. No, it was all you. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, the Medes, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. And that's what's happening right now. Like your money, money ain't gonna get you into the gates of heaven. You've had many kings and queens before you that have tried to pay their way into the holy. And now you're seeing that even your money don't mean nothing. Look at the Drakes of the world. When you pacify people, when you're oppressively capitulative to the atrocities of the people, to the chosen ones especially, when you have become Psalms 83, when you have become any of these other nations that have contributed to the destruction of the chosen people of this land, you're starting to see that what goes around comes around. You're starting to see the boomerang effect. You're starting to see when you're starting to see the cause and effect. You delighted in all of that. You delighted in doing wrong because you got a check out of it. You took the trinkets of Judas. And now you want to be mad because now it's the big payback. It's the holy payback that you took from the land or you took from people things that did not belong to you, whether it's their ideas. Now you're seeing companies that are completely failing right now because of ideas or products or services that they stole. Thou shalt not steal. So now the most honorable thief is coming in the night and hijacking, super holy hijacking. Elon Musk lost $34 billion while Tesla and his companies lost over 120 something billion dollars. Just like that. Just like that. You're seeing buildings and infrastructure not being able to be built right now because you stole, you redlined, you stole land that did not belong to you. So the elements are not allowing you to build on those anymore. You're seeing the company that you kept is now the company that you're not choosing to keep now. All of these people that were capitalists in this country that went and got cheap labor from overseas and over across the border. Now you're sending them back. Now you're realizing that, oops, I messed up. Y'all chose not to even take care of the people of these lands after committing all of these atrocities, throwing our babies into alligators, hanging our men from trees, violating our women and men and women and children. You guys done all these things, and now it's you. Now that you're seeing it, now you're seeing that, oh, that wasn't okay. That I'm not delighted to see that. No, you're being shown it now because now you're seeing now you're seeing the flashing lights. The flashing lights are giving you that code of remembrance, however it may come. Great glory. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And that's what it is. Like, even their children are not being spared. Not. You've seen the wombs of women being closed to where they can't have. There's no fertility around the world, nowhere. I'm not seeing my Mexican brothers having Mexican brothers and sisters having 7, 8, 9, 10 children like they used to have. I'm not seeing any Asians having any now. I'm not seeing any Asian men and women being together now. You're seeing the men getting animatronic robotic dolls. You're seeing the women end up at singles, speed dating singles events. 800 women there and not one single man there. You have 1 billion people in China, and ain't nobody, chopsticking it up. You're not seeing anybody chopstick it up. You're not seeing any natural births in Italy, Turkey going through earthquakes, India going through massive heat waves and droughts, floods. Chile just had an earthquake. The Ring of Fire is on fire. Japan is going through the worst. Nigeria just got flooded. All of these things that you delighted in are now they're not delightful to you now. You have to understand, around the whole world, every piece of land is being affected by what was done prior. You're seeing your children suffer because of what was done prior, whether it was you, whether it was your mother, whether it was your grandfather, your grandmother. Somebody now is paying the interest and the back taxes, the holy back taxes on what has transpired before. And there is no mercy being shown. And it's not up to me to be jumping in the front to be saving Captain Save-A-Ho for everybody's sins. That's what we're not going to be doing. The Most High is not showing anybody no mercy because you didn't have no mercy. You didn't have no conscientious thought process. Your moral compass was all the way off target. You were going off in all of the wrong directions. And now you're seeing that every single atrocity that you have committed throughout history is now being shown back into your own communities right now. And you're looking at it now and you're like, oh, this is not fun. Oh, this is not okay. Yes. Welcome to the world of all of the foundational Black Americans. Welcome to the world of the original people of this land. Welcome to the Hebrew Israelites. Welcome to the African Americans, the Blacks, the Negroes, the niggas. How much we've been saying these things over and over again throughout history. Hey, stop doing this. Stop doing this. Obviously, we don't like it, but the Most High God definitely doesn't like it. And He is in control. Your bullets and your bombs and your bazookas can't stop any of this that is to come. Like I said, there's no mercy and sparing of your wombs and of your children. Great glory. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So yes, the same thing that happened during that time is now happening now. The same way the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. He's overthrowing. Look at all of what's going on right now in America and in every other government around the world. China's banks, American banks, people's farmlands. People can't even grow their crops. Their cattle are getting eaten up by screwworm flies. You're seeing maggoty flesh on the cattle now, and they're still serving it. Because why? Because these people are struggling and they still got to make a bottom dollar. So the more the more your dollar starts going down to the bottom, the more diabolical you start getting, the more desperate times calls for desperate measures type of thing going on. He's taken everything as it happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, and it's happening now to where it's uninhabitable now. Look at what happened in New Palestine. Look at what happened in Nashville. It shall it shall never be inhabited, and you're being removed from a land that does not belong to you. Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. It's not going to stop. It's continuously. You're in a loop. That's why when people saying, oh, 69, 69, you're in a group. You're in a perpetuated loop. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Even on the land, even where you're at now, you can't even. There are all these tent cities. You can't even pitch no tent. They're now making it hard for anybody that got a tent now. And I just spoke about that. They were like, you got 48 hours and you got to move. So you constantly on the move as a person who's living out here, homeless on these lands. And you're constantly being shuffled and moved around in the heat. You know it's 100 degrees out here right now. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. So all of these people that were here before, all the TD Jakes and Joel Osteens and Creflo Dollars of the world, Pope Leos and things like that, they can't go and reestablish what they were doing with the Prophet of Muhammad. You can't give no holy permission to commit these atrocities to keep the oligarchs and the supremacists upheld. These religious demons, they're not being upheld no more. All of their establishments are being ripped all the way down, burned all the way down. And it ain't like nobody out there starting no fires. No, this is the Most High literally removing however he chooses. And people have no understanding. They don't understand why is this stuff happening. I don't know why this is happening. This is just like everything's under an investigation now. It truly is. It's under an investigation. Everything from the plane falling down, from people, taking out their families. It's like, oh, I don't know. It's an investigation. We got to look more into it. All of this is like phenomenal data. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And that's what's happening now. You're seeing lands that used to be shut down, like national parks and stuff like that, that used to have, where, a lot of the animal wildlife used to not exist, now have flourished. You're seeing foxes and coyotes. You're seeing the gray wolves of the world, the mountain lions of the world, the bears of the world are now on all of these, trails and tracks. It's the year of the snake. I've been talking about people getting bitten, getting snake bit all year. I've been saying this before anybody about that it came out of them. I saw all of this before all of this happened. I know what it is to come. You got people that are putting more snakes to stop these other animals from growing, and those snakes thrive, and then they become more venomous. You're seeing all of these different biotech companies dealing with, venom and anti-venom serums, because people are now getting bit in their sleep. People are now getting bit while they're in the toilet. People are getting bit while they're all on their hikes and jogging with their dogs, and bitten in their backyards and their gardens, getting bit by snakes that species that you have never seen there before. There was I forgot the number. I want to say it was a couple oarfish that popped up on the coast. So yes, this is a very the creatures are the creatures come out at night, not even out at night no more. They're coming out in daytime, nighttime. It's summer, summer, winter, fall, spring. Come hell or high water, they're coming out. And the owls shall dwell there, and the satyrs or the wild goats shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in the desolate houses, and the dragons or so the wild beasts, the hyenas and the dragons in their pleasant places, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So you're starting to see all of these start to come to pass. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet, chapter 14. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them on their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them, and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them, and the land. Oh, this is deep. Hold on, let me read all of this again because this is, whew, wow. Chapter 14. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own place, great glory. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Do you not hear that, folks? For every other nation out there, this is what that is right now. Every time I open up this book, it is literally prophetic. Every time I read, the words come out of my mouth. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And I'm humbled to be a vessel for the Most High. This ain't none of my ego. This ain't me trying to change it, nothing. I'm sitting here reading this Bible word for word, slowly, using my own critical thinking and my own thought process and my own life experiences, and how it is all translating to now how I am seeing strangers now cleave. Seeing strangers now cleave. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. You guys will be servants and handmaids. The very thing that y'all did to us. All of that captivity, 400 years plus of slavery. This is what the Most High God has for y'all. We don't plan to put you in slavery. We're not finna do all of those atrocities. We're not finna commit the same things y'all did to us. All them times y'all done put y'all hands on us, y'all done slapped us, put handcuffs on us. We're not finna operate like that. We're not finna be hooting and hollering, screaming and cussing you out, whipping you, throwing your kids to the alligators, hanging you from trees. You about to see the humility behind. With Bruno Mars song, Don't Believe Me, Just Watch. That's what the Most High is saying right now. Don't believe me. You didn't believe me. You don't believe me. Oh, but just watch. Just watch. And that's what the Most High is doing right now. He's just saying, hey, just watch. But that's what's happening right now. You're seeing everybody lose their jobs and get fired. And now you're seeing that they are becoming the servants and handmaids to the true house of Israel. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Ain't that funny how things just turn around like that? Where now, I used to work for you. Now you calling me needing a job. Now you want me, hey, keep me in mind. I can be your secretary. Keep me in mind. Here's my resume. I know I don't have a lot of experience on it, but here's my resume. I know I really wasn't doing any work. I know I wasn't. I just sat there and I collected a very big check. And then checks on outside of that. And I blew it and I squandered it. Yeah. Now the oppressors are now the servants. Ain't that funny how things change around in this whole beautiful world? You guys made it wicked, but the world is beautiful. The beloved people of this land are beautiful. Black folks is beautiful. The Hebrew Israelites are beautiful. The chosen children of this land are beautiful. We continue to be that. Regardless of all of the circumstances, you can fire me and I'm still going to be beautiful. I'm still going to be at peace. I'm still going to keep my head up. And it shall come to pass in the day of that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. And that's what it is right now, brothers and sisters. This is the time to rest. You know, I've been sleeping like a baby. I've been sleeping like a baby. Wiping away all my sorrows and my pains and the traumas and the heartache and the disappointments, the rejections, the resentments, the bitter, the jadedness, completely just removing and severing all of those entanglements so you can be able to fly. So you can be able to fly. You have to rest away your sorrows. You have to be at peace. You have to be able to let go of the pain and the hurt that has been slowing you down, clogging you up. Utilize all of the talents that you have and start seeking out the talents that you didn't think you had. I did not think that I can cook. Not saying that I didn't think I really couldn't, but it's amazing how much the Most High will impress you, that He will show you, my son, my daughter, you have amazing gifts inside of you. I want you to know this. I want you to accept those gifts. Don't be scared and afraid of what you can do. And lo and behold, I had faith of a mustard seed. And lo and behold, now I'm creating my own business. That's amazing. All glory to God. All glory to God. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Rest your sorrows away, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. We have to be able to let go of the pain. We have to let go of even just being hurt. We got to let go of even we ain't gonna forget, but you got to let go of the slavery. You got to let go of the oppression, the Jim Crowism, the drugs and the war and the epidemics and stuff like that. You got to let go of being locked up. All of these things, all of the hurt. Because now the people that did do all these things, the Most High is showing them all of what they did. You ain't got to keep screaming and marching and hollering. We wasted so much time sitting there screaming, hooting, and hollering. He wants you to let that go and rest. He wants you to empty your jug. Open the whole spigot up. Cry it out. Scream, holler, work it out. Go lift some weights. Go jog. Go swim in the pool. I'm about to go swimming today. But you got to let go of those things. Got to let go of those hurts when you come across and somebody says something and you get triggered. The amount of time, the amount of people that I'm hearing that are not actual black people saying nigga, the amount of people that I see now who are not black, I'm talking about Mexican, Indian, Asian, white, African, European. Everybody else is saying nigga like they the niggas now. The world has changed. People are comfortably identifying themselves now as that. Like, yeah, I'm a nigga. Oh, let me cleave because it gotta be cool. I gotta be accepted now. If I accepted myself as a nigga now. Oh, I got red hair. I'm from Ireland or anything. I'm a nigga. Go ahead and take these responsibilities. Take this weight off of the shoulders of the original people of this land that you branded on our backs, on our necks, on our chests, on our men, on our women, on our children. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. So now you're taking it up. You're taking these things up now proudly and say, how hath the oppressor seized, the golden city seized? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. And that's what's happening now. You're seeing the wicked. Broken the staff of the wicked. All the church folk. All these people that have been in church that have contributed to the atrocities in our communities. You're seeing the wands be snapped of these people who thought that they can rule over and act like they the real daddy because they're justified and empowered by some fictitious, superficial government daddy. Nah, y'all not the big daddy. Y'all act like y'all got big draws on. Y'all been walking around for hundreds of years thinking y'all got big draws on. And he's doing the same thing now as he did in Sodom and Gomorrah. You have to see it. It's literally in your face. It's in your paycheck. It's in your house. It's in your thoughts. It's everywhere around you now. He who smote the people in wrath will continue with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. And that's what you're seeing. I remember seeing Diddy used to be acting like such a ruler over people, and now he's being ruled over. When you continually try to enforce with the forceful hand, that forceful hand has a tendency to come swinging back. It's a revolving door. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the beloved brothers and sisters very quiet. We're not partaking, we're not participating in your marches and your votes, any of your frustrations. We're just like, welcome to our world finally. Here. Have a big bowl of it. They break forth into singing. We're singing and rejoicing now. Oh man. Now we're seeing for the last 5 years, you're seeing the switching. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller or woodsman is come up against us. So anybody who is, worked in the fields of inequities, whether it's in the judicial system, the medical system, legislative system, every single worksman is starting to find out that, ooh, I contributed to these atrocities. Ooh, I got all these people locked up because I was a lawyer, because I was a district attorney or prosecutor or whatever. Ooh, all the judges are now being judged and getting pulled over and getting convicted, and they're losing their $100,000, $400,000 jobs now. I'm starting to see a lot of people who are celebrities and stuff like that are starting to lose everything that they ever had completely. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. So hell is going to meet y'all where y'all at. You can run, you can hide, you can build your bunkers, you can go off grid, you can go high in the forest. You can try to build you a submarine and be underwater, like with that CEO that didn't come back up. Hell is going to meet you right where hell is going to meet you. It stirreth up the dead from thee. And that's what's doing all of the dead deeds, all of the deeds of dead are being stirred back up into your life in very profound ways that you did not see coming. And I'm noticing people who don't have a struggle bone in their bodies, who don't know how to handle any of these circumstances right now. People are crashing out, crying, weeping, emotional. We've been crying, weeping, and emotional for hundreds of years, saying, stop, quit, don't. Even all the chief ones of the earth, it hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? No, we have not. All the brothers and sisters have gone through so much hell and high water, so much strengthening of your shield, healing from all of those chisels and chinks. That no, we're not as weak as you are becoming right now. Hey, is this happening to you? No. Art thou become like unto us? No. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave. Yeah. So all that pomp that you had is now is gone. It's done. It's like, yeah. And the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Wow. How art thou? That's why you're not supposed to say good morning. You're supposed to say grand rising. Because when you say good morning, you're saying good Lucifer, you're saying good devil, good Satan, good hell. How art thou cut down from the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above all. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see, they that see thee shall narrowly look or gaze upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house? But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment or garment of those that are slain, or thrust or pierced through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people, and the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. And that's what you got to understand, that right there. You'll never be included. You'll never be welcomed back in. You'll never be like, that's what it's saying right now in your face. That the seed, all of the seeds that are grown out of the land, those weeds, those seeds have to be plucked one by one back out. Think of it as the movie Final Destination Bloodlines. People that weren't supposed to continue because they were saved from death. You thinking death didn't come back around the corner for the people that were not supposed to make it because of the lady had a premonition to save certain people? You're being plucked one by one. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Lord. I will also make it a possession for the bittern or the porcupine and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, or the broom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts hath sworn, saying, surely, as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have purposed, so shall it stand, that I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth, and this is the land that is stretched out upon all the nations. For the Lord of hosts hath purposed, and who shall disannul, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and whom shall turn it back? In the year that King Ahaz died, was this burden. Rejoice not thou, whole Palestina, because the rod of him that smote thee is broken. For out of the serpent's root shall come forth a cockatrice, and his fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent. You hear the snake? I've been saying it's happening. And the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety. And I will kill thy root with famine, and he shall slay thy remnant. Howl, O gate, cry, O city, thou whole Palestina art dissolved. For there shall come from the north a smoke. And now you're seeing like a Sahara sand fog coming over the East Coast. And none shall be alone in his appointed. And it's happening over Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon, New York City, East Coast. Coming from every direction. From Canada, from overseas. Yeah. What shall one then answer the messengers of the nation? That the Lord hath founded Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it. And that is the end of Isaiah chapter 14. Shalom, family.